Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you never met me before, my name is Valentina. Welcome. On today's video, we're going to be reviewing one of the palettes of the collaboration with Jaclyn Hill and MORPHE, or MORPHE and Jaclyn Hill. We're going to be reviewing the Ring the Alarm palette, which was the only one that I picked up from the whole vault. I got a chance to actually go to Ulta and pick it up myself and sort of swatch all the different ones that were there. This is the one that kind of caught my eye, so I decided to purchase this one. I have to be honest with you guys, this is the first time that I purchased something that, first of all, is the first time it's my first Morphe palette, believe it or not. Second of all, it's the first time that I buy something in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill. I know she did Vecca. I know she's had that huge palette that she launched with Morphe, I don't know, maybe a year ago. But I decided to pick up this one, and I actually ended up buying that first one that she did with Morphe. It was just calling my name and I saw it at Ulta. So today we're going to be talking about Ring the Alarm, which is this one with the warm, super warm colors. I know these colors have been in probably every brand palette. Every brand has come up with these colors in some way. So okay, let me start rambling. As usual, don't forget to give me a like if you like this type of videos. If you want to see more reviews on this channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm watching you. I know I'm a super small channel. I do focus mainly on my Spanish channel. I will link it down below. If you do speak Spanish, check me out over there. I upload 3 times a week. I'm gonna try to start and upload here once a week. So let's see how that goes. I'm trying to juggle everything. All right, let me stop rambling and let's just get started. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, let me actually look this up right now. Jaclyn Hill just launched this Vault collection, which is supposed to be the eyeshadows that didn't make it to the big palette that she revealed 1 or 2 years ago. I think it's 1 year ago. Don't quote me on that. And she released 4 palettes. One is called Arm and Gorgeous, Bling Boss, Dark Magic, and Ring the Alarm. I think they all have like different themes. I think Arm and Gorgeous is like greens, Bling Boss it's kind of purples, Dark Magic I think it's like you know, kind of hunter greens, yeah, and like some blues, like really dark colors. And then I have Ring the Alarm, which is all the warm colors. I mentioned in the intro that I decided to pick up Ring the Alarm just because I know that Jaclyn is known for the red smoky eye, of the warm color smoky eye, and I think this will probably the shadows that she's worked the hardest on, or the ones that maybe she tried on the most, since it's the ones that she prefers. I mean, that's just like my mental theory. I don't know, it might not be true. So yeah, so today I'm going to show you guys all of these ones. I'm obviously going to be swatching all of them. Just stay tuned because I am going to show you guys later, after I'm done swatching all of these colors, how do I acquire this makeup that I'm wearing. I obviously did it with this palette, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's start with the first row, which is, I'm actually going to hold it like this. With the first row, which is this color. This is actually, let's start this way, even though it's going to be flipped on the screen. So this is Lolly, and it's described on the site as a shimmer and peach rose. I definitely think that's true to that. I'm going to show you guys the swatches while I talk about it. I do find this very creamy. It's almost like a duochrome or foil that has gold reflex on it. It's like pink and gold. I think this is actually one of my favorite shadows. I love the pigmentation. I do recommend to apply at least the shimmers with your fingers, because I did have a little bit of a hard time. You will see in the tutorial applying the shimmers with a synthetic brush. I think it's best to apply them with your fingers and then just going in with a brush after and just blending the edges. Then continuing on, we have Rush, which is this sort of orange. She has it on the site described as a matte amber. It's a beautiful color. I think I love this colors from Transition, especially in my skin tone, because I have yellow undertones. I love using this type of browns or ambers to diffuse, especially smoky eyes or dark shadows. I love to combine this with burgundy especially. So love this color. Consistency wise, blends like a dream. All right, so moving on to On Camera, which is this foiled gold shimmer color. She has it on the site as a shimmer and tropical gold. I do have to be honest with you guys. I'll show you guys the swatch. It swatches beautiful, but once I was applying it on my eyes, especially with a synthetic brush, it was a little bit crumbly. It was really not sticking to my lid, and I did have a solid base because I did put some concealer underneath to make it pop even more. So I didn't really like that. Like I said, I do recommend applying all of these colors with your fingers, but I find that this one did give me a little bit of trouble just staying put in my eye. It was just kind of fallen in like different pieces. Now continuing with Boom, this is more of like a brown coppery color. I did not apply this color in my eyes. The Boom swatches beautifully. I think it's a little bit more creamy than the other two, than Lolly and on camera. The consistency is way better. I don't have it in my eyes, but I can tell that it's a color that I'm really gonna enjoy applying. It's described on the site as blush bronze. Very good description. It's exactly what it looks like. I love bronze colors. And then moving on to Alert, which is this orange, a little bit more burnt, or like, yeah, a little bit more burnt. This one is a matte deep ochre. That's what it's called. This one I did apply a little bit on my lid. I love, first of all, it's super pigmented and it blends like a dream. I think all of the mattes on this, well, at least the light browns, I find that they were really easy to blend on my eyes. So love that. Now moving on to Bomb Ass, which is this one. Guys, this is probably my favorite shade on the whole palette. I love it. It's very different from everything I've seen so far in all of my palettes. I know it might look a little bit boring and kind of like a regular red, but it has a little bit of a pink shimmer. It's like a red with a pink shimmer. I love this color. It's just so beautiful. So this is Bomb Ass is probably my favorite color out of the whole palette. Then moving on to Siren. Actually, I didn't, so it's called Hibiscus Pink is how they describe it on the site for Bomb Ass. Bomb Ass, I'm sorry, don't make fun of the way I pronounce these things. Then moving on to Siren, which is this color right here, Siren. This one is kind of a light burgundy, or it's just a shimmering plum. It's beautiful. I used a little bit on my lower lash line. Didn't find it patchy. It's actually very similar to the consistency of Boom. Boom is a little bit more creamy, but I don't know, it feels really soft and creamy, so love that. Then I'm gonna move into Mugshot, and that's what I put all over my lid. And can I just tell you guys, this color blends amazing. I'm not even kissing ass, to be honest. I will tell you guys if it's patchy just because, you know, I don't have a reason to really lie to you guys, but Mugshot, it really is super easy to blend. It's always nice to find a transition color or a warm color like this that really blends easily, so you don't have to spend a lot of time on that area. So love Mugshot. It's described on the site as a matte toasted almond. Beautiful. And then moving on to Frame, which is a deep plum color. It's this one right here. Love it as well. Very easy to blend. I did put it on all over my crease to deepen it and right on the edge of where I cut the crease. I did find that wherever I placed it, it kind of stayed there, but as you start to diffuse it, it just looks beautiful. It's not as blendable as Mugshot, but it's still pretty easy to blend. And then lastly is Secret, which is a roasted chestnut, which is kind of a mocha, like a brownish color. Love this one. Didn't use it on the side, but it's super pigmented. I do find that it's not as creamy as Rush or Alert, which are the other two mattes that we have here, but it's super pigmented, and love browns like this for like a smoky brown eye. It's gonna look beautiful. I forgot to mention this palette retails for $15, which I think is super affordable. Nowadays you're paying what, $35 to $45 for each palette that you buy either at Sephora or Ulta, so I think this is a very reasonable price for a palette. So I'm happy to be able to purchase something that is good quality and is at a good reasonable price. Okay, so let's begin with the tutorial. I'm obviously going to show you guys how I applied all of these colors in my eyes, and then I can give you a little bit more insight on when I'm applying it, what the struggles or the challenges that I have, and I'll be back once we're done. Okay, so I'm going to start applying Mugshot all over my crease. You don't have to be super precise with this color. You guys are going to see that this color blends beautifully. And I'm just going to apply this mainly on my crease, but I'm not going to worry too much if it goes into my lid or, you know, it's a little bit raised. It doesn't matter. You can just kind of go all over the eye. Then continuing with framed, this is the color that we want to keep concentrated right on the crease. We don't want to go all over with this just because it's a dark color, and we're just mainly using it to give more definition to that area. Now grabbing the concealer, I'm going to try to clean all my lid. We're going to give each other a mini cut crease. And this is going to be our base for our foil or shimmers, whatever it is that we have on the palette. So we're going to be using 3 different colors from the palette. Be super careful with this step. I'm still not the expert. It's still very difficult for me to cut my crease, but you guys will see how it came out. So now we're going to start with on camera. This is the one that I was mentioning earlier. They kind of gave me a little trouble. When I first started applying it, it was just kind of crumbling. It wasn't really sticking to the lid, which is kind of weird because usually when you have concealer, it works very well, but I opted to use my finger and it just worked out fine. For the middle, I used Lolly, and I also applied in the beginning with my finger and then with a brush. And then for the corner, I used that pinky red on the, I can't remember the name, but you guys will see it on the swatches. I decided to put that in my outer corner, and I just kind of pat it down a little bit with my finger and also with the brush. Then I went in with one of the plum colors in the palette. I'll put it in the screen because I don't remember which color it was exactly. And I deepened my crease. I kind of wish I didn't do this because I feel like it took away from all the blending that I did, but it's okay. Now grabbing Alert, which is this kind of burnt orange, we're gonna apply this on the lower lash line. I forgot to mention, I'm only gonna show you guys how I did my eyes. I'm not gonna do the rest of the tutorial. I might just upload a full tutorial on my Instagram. So be sure to follow me in Instagram, please. And then I deepen it with Frame, which is also another plum color. Actually, Frame was the one that I applied before the plum color that I mentioned earlier. Align my waterline with black. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Let me just give you guys my final thoughts about this palette. Love the consistency of most of the colors. Only the gold gave me a little bit of issues. I know the burgundy color, that deep plum, did give me a little bit of issues to blend on the bottom, but just because I concentrated so heavily that I needed to like blow it out and spend a little bit more time on it. But to be honest, if you get a chance to pick up any of these palettes, well, I can't speak for the other ones, for at least this one, I love all the consistency of the shadows. I think Jaclyn Hill did a beautiful job coming up with this shades, and just in general producing such a good quality product for the price that the Morphe is selling it. I definitely recommend you picking it up if you get a chance. I'll see you guys on my next video. Big kisses. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all your support. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.